It is another blessed Friday. And as always, I am so excited to be back with you right here on Africa USA Radio. And the name of the show is Living Precepts. I'm your host, Naomi Wesi. And as always, every Friday I bring you powerful, great, interesting guests from all over the world. And today I have one of those. But she's from Mzansi, she's from South Africa, and she happens to be one of the INGOMA nominees. And I'll be chatting with her today. And for a change, today I have a lady artist as we are celebrating Women's Month. And I've been having guys, for the past few weeks. And today I get a pleasure of interviewing one of the great ladies that God is raising in the industry in this season. And I look forward to be really chatting with her about her nomination, about her music, about everything that we are interested in knowing about her as we get up close and personal with her. She goes by the name of Yolokazi. Wow, I've never heard of that name before. To be honest, it's my first time, hearing of the name Yolokazi. I've heard of Luyolo and
Yeah.
others, but this one happens to be very interesting. Yolokazi. Hi, Yolokazi.
Hi, it's just Naomi. Yes, Naomi. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm wonderful. I'm blessed. I'm excited. And I feel very privileged and to be interviewing you today. I feel honored and to be interviewing one of the great nominees of Ingoma Awards. And I really look forward to getting to know you up close and personal, and also presenting you to our listeners and our viewers. I'm interviewing you today because we are also official partners with the Ingomas. So that's why you get the opportunity to be on this platform today, so that we can chat with you and give you also an opportunity, to tell us about your music. But let's first start here, Yolokazi. Are you Xhosa?
I'm Zulu.
You're Zulu. How come
Yes,
your
with a
name is
closer name.
Yolokazi though? I mean, it's interesting. It's amazing that you are Zulu, but your name
With a
is
closer name.
yeah. How did that come about?
And you have grandparents who are not Zulu, who are Xhosa.
Yeah.
Then that's obviously you're gonna get the name that's from Xhosa
Ah,
people.
okay. I see. I see. But it's quite an interesting and a beautiful name indeed.
Yes, it's
Yolokazi.
beautiful. It
Yeah.
means great joy.
Is it that it means what?
Great joy.
Great
Great
joy.
happiness. Yeah.
Wow. Is it a common name though? Because like I say, it's the first time I
No, it's
actually hear.
not.
It's
It's
not,
not.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. So you must be very special for your parents to give you this name that is so special and unique, that is not common, that you never get to hear about it on a normal basis. But I'm glad to meet you, Yolokazi. How does it feel like to be an Ingoma nominee?
It feels good. It's exciting, I must say.
It's
It's a great
exciting, right?
experience. Yeah.
Wow. And you're probably the youngest, because when I look at you, you look so young. You must probably be the youngest from the Ingoma, from the 9th Ingoma, right?
Let's not go there, please.
No, why not? It's something interesting, something that will even inspire young people, you know, who are
Yeah.
actually, yeah, who are actually of dreaming to become a gospel artist, to see that a young woman like you, young as you are, you were able to make it through the Ingoma nominations, because some people think it's, you need to be at a certain age to
True.
actually yeah, enter for these awards. But as for you looking that young, I mean, it's quite an inspiration, isn't it? What can you say to the young people though, who want to be in your shoes, who wish they could one day get to be nominated like you? What are the challenges that you had to go through as a young person entering for these awards?
Okay, well, what I would say to them, there's nothing much actually that I can say to them. What I can say is that with God, nothing is impossible. So when you have God by your side, like you can do anything,
Mhm,
any you can reach any level that you want to reach when you just have
mhm.
God with you. So
Yeah.
and when you pray for something and you want it, you work for it.
Have you always
Yeah.
believed God for this?
Yes, I have. I have.
Is
And I
it?
was raised, by the way, I was raised by my granny. So that lady would force us to pray every now and then. So she would tell us that
Wow.
nothing comes just easily. You have to pray to God and ask God. And then when you get that thing, you have to
Mhm,
again say thank you to God so that He's gonna provide more and more of those things.
mhm,
So
mhm,
yeah.
mhm. Tell us a bit of your journey entering into the Ingoma Awards. How did it all start? How did you end up actually making a decision to enter for these awards?
Well, I've always wanted to enter, but back then I was not even an artist. That's all I can say. I was just a
Oh.
worshiper at church. It was just a
Mm,
dream with, oh, okay, one day I want to be like an artist, a recording artist, and I want to see myself on Ingoma Awards, Crown Gospel Awards,
mhm,
all
mhm,
that.
mhm, mhm,
And then
mhm.
after I recorded my single, I recorded last year. And
Okay.
then this year, I decided it was like, okay, let me take this chance and then apply and get to this Ingoma Awards. And then I
Mm,
think it's gonna help me with exposure wise, and I'm gonna get to learn few things from other musicians and
mm.
other people who are in this music industry.
Did you have any challenges though entering for the awards in terms of maybe age restriction, stuff
I
like
was,
that?
I'd be lying if I say I had any challenge. I didn't have any, even though I was scared that maybe I won't get nominated.
Why were
Maybe
you
they'll
scared? What
just.
what were the things that were at the back of your mind that made you think that
I was like,
you
oh,
may not
when you
be
apply
nominated?
for it, let me make an example. When you apply for a
Mm,
job somewhere, then you always have that, you create that room for disappointments. Be like, okay,
mm.
maybe that person is just going to look at my CV and then push it aside. So
I
even with
feel.
Ingoma words, even though I was praying, but I had that thing back in my mind that, oh, maybe Mr. Dan Rossaluma and his crew are just gonna look. I just gonna look at this, be like, oh, this kid, what is he doing here? What does she want?
So did you think that they would maybe discriminate you on the basis of your age?
No, I didn't think they would discriminate me because of that. I just thought maybe they will like select people who have been like
Mm.
in this industry for the longest
Oh,
time.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
who have a bit
Oh,
of experience. That's what I
but
thought.
one of the things that I love about the Ingomas is because they want to give all artists an opportunity and a chance, especially those artists who never had that opportunity and a chance and a platform to have their music exposed, and get opportunities like this where their music is even recognized nationwide. So it's one of the things that I love about Ingoma, that even if other platforms may not recognize your music or may not embrace your music, but Ingoma would give you a chance to acknowledge you, because sometimes you'll find that they are biased because of whatever reasons known to them. But one thing that I've learned, that I've experienced myself personally, also as an artist, is that Ingomas are very good when it comes to making sure that they give credit where it's due, and they acknowledge people on the basis of their art, of their work, their excellence, where maybe you wouldn't even receive that on other platforms. So I must say you are blessed. You are highly favored to be chosen among those that would be that are nominated and are looking forward to getting this great award. But most people don't know you, Yolokazi. Can you just give our listeners and our viewers at home a brief background of who Yolokazi is? Where do you hail from? How did you start with your music career to be where you are today?
Okay, to the listeners. Okay, this is Yolokazi Mbovu.
Mm.
I was born in KwaZulu Natal and grew up in a place called Mzumkulu in KwaZulu Natal.
Okay. Mm.
Hey, I grew up there with my granny, and then I was there in primary in KZN, singing in Sunday school, obviously, and
Oh,
then,
so you come
and
a long way, girl.
yes, then I moved to Joburg when I was in high school. Yes, in high school, and then I moved to Joburg. And when I got this side in Joburg, didn't stop singing though. I joined the worship team. Yes,
Mm.
I started singing. Then after my matric, I still sang in the worship team. Then I've backed a few artists with Ngonyama music. Yeah, that's where I learned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I learned few things from artists. Then after backing there last year, then I took a decision. I was like, no, now I think I should come out from my comfort zone and
Mm.
record something. Record a single, yes, which is
Mm.
titled Sinkwa Sokupila.
What's the name of the singer again?
Sinkwa Sokupila, which is the bread of
Simba,
life.
Bread of Life. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
bread of
Okay.
life.
Hmm.
Mm.
Wow. Interesting journey indeed, I must say. So you actually started from a very, very young age, from Sunday
Yeah,
school.
I'd sing with my granny, even if we're not at church. I'd sing with
Hmm.
her. Would sing those Zulu hymns and Xhosa hymns.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
so we'd sing at
Ha-
home and then at church.
Have your granny, or has your granny or your parents maybe identified your talent as well from a young age?
My granny, yes, she did
Yeah.
at a
Hmm.
young age, and she would say, old people they only listen to what Rebecca, well,
Yeah.
yeah. She would say, when Rebecca were to hear.
That's very
That's how she would
that's
motivate
very
me.
sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
So he
Yeah,
played a
and then
role actually in encouraging
yeah,
your
she did.
gift.
She did.
Yeah, to take it far, to be, to be pursuing it as you are pursuing it right now, to take it to greater heights.
Yeah,
Wow,
and
bless your
she would
granny, man.
even she would even force me even at church when I don't want to sing. There's that time at church they would call like Sunday school, come give us an item. She
Yeah.
would just say, "Hey," and the Sunday school would say, "We're not ready," and she would just say, "Yolo is ready," without me saying anything.
She will push you.
Yes, Yola
That.
is ready. Yola is ready. Just go.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna say? And there's this because I
Mm.
hear that she liked a lot. She'd say,
Mm.
go and say, "Bawa kanti lahlekayo, that
Yeah.
Mayan sekintando yako," and then I would
Ah,
go and sing that one.
what a supportive granny she was.
Yeah, she
Wow.
was. She
So you
was.
didn't get to be raised by your parents, you were raised by your granny.
My granny, yes. My parents were busy at their side in Joburg with work. That's why I moved when I was in high school to come and stay
Okay,
with
so
them
you moved so that you can stay
and
with
be
your
with
parents.
them. Yes.
Oh, nice, nice one, nice one. So tell us about now your involvement, in the music ministry at church before you became an artist, as you are saying that you started from a very young age in Sunday school, then you joined the worship team. How was the journey like in between before you became an artist?
You mean the journey between me
As a
joining the
music
worship team?
minister, yeah. No, before you became an artist, your journey as a music minister, as a worshiper, as you mentioned that you were a worshiper, and I'm sure you were a worship leader as well at church, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to know a bit about that preparation, the foundational phase that you went through before you became an artist. How was it like? How did being involved at church as a singer, as a music minister, as a worship leader prepare you to become who you are as Yolokazi, the artist now that people know you of? What impact did church make? What impact did your involvement in church at that particular season contribute to your career?
Being a worshiper at church ha, has taught me a lot, actually. Okay, let me
Mm,
say the side of, since I'm a gospel artist, we're
yeah.
expected to pray. Not expected, actually, it's a must. We have to pray. So being
Mm,
in the worship team, when you sing, you don't just sing for the sake of singing, or not because you have a beautiful voice. You are ministering,
right.
and you're
Mm,
somehow testifying what God has done for you. So
mm,
being in that worship team has taught me that you don't just sing. Even if I take the step of being an artist, I don't just go out there and then sing or perform in front of people. I have to impact people or touch someone's soul or change someone to come to Jesus. So
mm.
that's how the worship team has helped me so far.
Okay. It became more of a ministry to
Of
you.
me, yeah, than just singing for fun. Okay,
Mm,
having the beautiful voice was just a bonus. That's what I can say. Yeah,
yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
ministry
Mm,
and all that, and getting those words of encouragement from elders at church after the service. They'd be like, "Okay, you have a
mm,
beautiful voice. You blessed me. Don't stop praying. Continue. God is taking you so far." Those words,
mm, mm,
those old
mm.
people, like, they take us a long way.
Yeah. But how has the church embraced your ministry? In the process, how did they receive it?
The church has been praying for me. They've been happy for me, and they've been there for me every step of the way, reminding me that this is all God, and I should continue praying and doing God's work. I shouldn't just, since now I'm busy with music things, I should just focus in music. I should focus on God first.
Mm, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm. Was it not challenging for you to move from being a worship leader, you know, serving in the church, your transition from being a worship leader serving the church to becoming an artist? Was it not difficult? Didn't you go through challenges?
Let me see. I would lie. It was a bit difficult, a bit
Was it a
challenging.
smooth? Okay. I thought you were gonna say it was a smooth sailing.
Not smooth. It was not. I would lie.
It
At
was.
some, there's this point where I was like, oh my goodness, ngaze ngayisola. Why did
Are
I
you
take this?
serious?
Yeah,
What was
you
happening at that time?
know, it's this thing of, like, not having confidence. I struggled
Oh,
with that.
confidence
Yeah, yeah,
factor.
confidence.
Okay.
And when I see other people singing with their beautiful voices, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Mm.
Maybe in Papi Linji. What am I doing here? You
Wow.
know, it,
But you know what I was thinking? I thought serving in the worship team, ne, as a worship leader and being more involved in music ministry from that young age to that point where you decided to go into the industry sort of prepared you. you
No,
know.
it's a bit
And
different.
also even when it comes to maybe the confidence factor being used to ministering at church in front of people, in front of the congregation, maybe it would build your confidence. Didn't that
You know,
contribute to
singing
helping
at
you with confidence?
singing at church and then singing at shows or concert, it's different. It's
How
two
is
different.
it different? How
You
is
know,
it different? Tell me about that. Tell me about that, Yolokazi.
you
What is the difference between when you
you know,
minister at church and when you minister beyond church borders? You know?
at concerts. Let me make an example with concerts and shows. So when you
Mm.
go there, you meet people, different people. Others are not born again. They just go there
Mm. It's a
for the love of
different
music.
crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, they just go there for the love of music, and then that's it. And then at church, you're singing for people who are all saved. Okay, mostly are saved. So
Yeah.
when you sing there, they just sing along. You are all worshiping. No one is
Mm.
minding who's doing what and doing what. And then at the
Mm.
shows, everyone is just staring at you.
Ah.
Everyone is experiencing God's presence
And
or what.
they're analyzing you,
Yeah,
you
they
know.
are analyzing. Oh, what was she doing? Oh, the runs. Oh, the.
So would you say that there's more pressure in the
Yeah,
public
this
than
pressure.
in the
This
church?
pressure. Like in the church, even when you sing, you're singing for people who are saved, and then you're also saved, and then you're all worshiping, and in all that, during that, you can just start praying anytime, and then the
Yeah.
song stops.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
everyone is just listening, staring at you. Oh my goodness, what is he saying? What is she saying? Her voice, her runs, her words.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm,
that's kind
mm.
of different. And then that it's a bit challenging. But now,
So that's what made you to think, am I really in the right place? What was I doing really?
yeah, like maybe I should have just stayed in my lane at church and then be a
Yeah,
worshiper
in your comfort zone. In
in
your
my
comfort
comfort.
zone.
Yeah,
Uh,
but then
mm,
what
mm.
I've realized is that these comfort zones of ours don't let us grow. So
Yeah,
they
no,
are
you don't
limiting
need to
us. They are
go.
limiting us.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. But do you have any regrets coming out of your comfort zone?
No, I
I mean,
don't. So far,
you
since I'm
don't. In
learning that.
spite of the challenges that you've been through, you don't have any regrets, I believe.
No, I don't. Even sometimes when I see that, okay, this is a big challenge, I'll be like, okay, my granny was like, ladies will be done. Okay. So
Mm,
for now, just let God handle whatever it is that's coming my
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Then,
also
oh,
being mindful of the fact that, growth also comes with its own challenges.
yeah, true.
Yeah, you will never grow to certain levels that God is taking you without challenges. They come with challenges. They
Because,
definitely come. And I believe it's those challenges that actually prune you, that develop you to be strong and to be able to face anything, you know.
yeah,
And
and other thing, sorry.
yeah, no, you can
Well,
go on.
I was saying with this growth thing, it's a bit challenging, and sometimes you even like feel like crying, be like, "God, well, why didn't you stop me at first when I was doing this?"
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
but even at work, we get challenges, but tomorrow we wake up and then go back to the same place. So why am I
True.
gonna stop now? I'm not gonna
Yeah,
stop. So,
yeah. There's no place that doesn't have a
yeah,
challenge.
true.
Every platform, every place, you go, there will always be challenges that you have to deal with.
Yeah, true.
But how have you maneuvered around those challenges as an artist?
Those challenges. Okay, this one,
How have you how
one
have you
that
learned to handle them?
okay, this one that I've just talked to you about that
Yeah.
this difference between of shows and church.
Mm,
Yeah, sometimes it's like I pray to God before I go to those kind of events when I'm
mhm,
invited. Like, okay, God, I'll just let you use me. Let me just be your vessel. Let me not go out there and start being me and try to impress people. Let me just
Right.
do what you want me to do. Because if I try and impress people, that's where I will go wrong. And then they will notice so many things that I've done wrong. They will notice the voice, oh, she went off key here and there. But then with this praying to God every time before I do something, when I go out there and just minister, and then after that I will hear people and others clapping, be telling me that, oh, you did well. Like, okay, it's God. It's God.
Wow. So you've learned to depend on God.
Oh God.
That's
Yeah.
a that's a great secret right there, to learn to depend on him, not on your own
Now when I understand.
ability, yeah,
Yes.
and on your own gift, because your gift, there are times when it will also disappoint you.
Yeah, that's why even my song, it's titled Singwa Sogupila, which is the bread of life. From John
Mm,
chapter 6, verse 35, there
mhm,
Jesus says, I'm the bread of life. And he's saying that ultimately he
mm,
can satisfy our hunger and our deepest longings. He can make us feel full and overflowing with blessings. So
mm.
whenever we have him as our bread of life, we can never go wrong.
My. You've just said a mouthful right there. You've just said a mouthful. Now let's talk about your single, your song that you've been nominated for, which is the category is what? Best gospel
Rest
song?
in peace.
Yeah, best gospel song. Tell us, let's talk about that. What inspired the song?
As I said, I've just said it now a few seconds ago that
Okay.
I've realized in everything that I do in life, when I put God first, it never goes wrong. I always ask
Mm,
whatever I want when I pray to God and ask Him before I do anything. That's why I
yeah.
said in John chapter 6, verse 35, He said, I'm the bread of life. So when
So
you
it
know
was
that,
inspired by that scripture.
yes, yes,
Okay.
that
You
when
wrote
you,
the song yourself?
yes,
So tell us more about it. What happened around, when you decided to write the song? What were the circumstances that surrounded the inspiration of that song? Because I believe that before you even decided to write that song and were inspired by that scripture, maybe something was happening around you in your life that led you to say, "Man, this scripture can actually be an encouragement, and I can actually write a song out of it which can impact me and the lives of those that would hear it."
I when I wrote it, in life we all have those ups and downs. But that time
Mm,
when I wrote it, I was busy, applying here and there for funding from other companies so I can study further and applying for jobs, and everything was just quiet. It was just dry. And that
mm.
time my mom was not even working. And I did,
Oh no,
when your parent is not working and you want something, and then
stressful.
you don't tell them. When you tell them, they just feel the pressure, and sometimes they even get sick because they are now
Mm.
stressed.
Because you're
Might be
putting more
one
pressure
this
on
and that.
them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at that time, okay, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna bother my mom, and then I kept quiet, doing, trying to get things on my own, get them done, praying to God, and then I applied to this company, Sibanisti Water Mine. Okay, and then just God answered. They
Ah,
called me for an interview, psychometric test, and then I passed all of that. And then
wow.
I was like praising nonstop, crying, thanking God for the miracle. And then I was like, okay, indeed,
Mm.
God
It's the
is,
bread of life.
Jesus is the bread of life. when you
Yeah,
when you have Him on
powerful.
your side, He can satisfy
Mm.
needs and
Yeah,
longings.
yeah,
He can
yeah.
make you feel full and overflowing with blessings. So that's
Amen.
just one of my biggest blessings. I thank God
Mm,
for. And
mm.
then after
Yeah.
that, like everything just changed. Like it changed
Mhm.
completely for the better.
See, that's the story I needed to hear behind the song. I needed to know the story. Maybe I should have phrased it that what is the
Yeah,
story behind the song,
yeah,
which
right.
inspired you to
Yeah.
write that song. But we are really grateful. And I believe that, it's going to bless the nation. It's going to bless so many people. How has it been received so far, the song? How is it doing?
So far, many people have been telling me how blessed they are when they listen to the song, how it speaks to their hearts, you know, and all that.
Mhm.
And I'm
Okay,
grateful
okay.
for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see it making an impact and a
Yeah.
difference in people's lives. Wow, that's awesome. And your parents, how have they embraced it? And this new career that you have just stepped into as a gospel artist. What's their take on it?
They're very happy actually, and they are supportive. I must say, they're very supportive. Yeah, it's just said that the granny who said I'm her Rebecca is no more now. She can't even.
Oh, may her
Yeah,
soul rest in peace. Wow. But you know what? She planted a seed in your life. And I believe that where God is taking you will never forget her. You will never
man.
forget her. Yeah. And I believe that even where she is in heaven, she's watching over you. She's actually, among a big cloud of witnesses, looking at what you're doing and being so proud of what you're doing. And your song, where can we get the song? Is it available
And all digital. Yes, you
in
can.
all digital platforms?
Yes,
Okay, so we can get it in anywhere.
any digital platforms. No
Yeah.
piracy.
No, nope. You know what? No piracy, true. But I think technology has
No.
now made it easy for people not to go that route, eh? Not to
Yeah,
actually do that anymore. Yeah, we are grateful for technology. So
true.
so my last question to you is what should we be expecting from Yolokazi in the near future? What are your plans? What are your goals and aspirations about your career as an artist? Where do you see God taking you with this that he has started in your life?
Oh well, what I can say is I believe God is going to help me going on from now, that I
Mm.
can release an album because I really want to release
Oh,
it.
nice
But
one. Nice one.
yes, but I will let people know when I'm doing it. But I just pray to God now that He gives me strength and all the resources that I will need for it.
Mm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. But I believe this single that you just recorded has prepared you for the album, right? Would you say it has prepared you?
Yeah, it hurts because I've learned a lot so far and
Yeah.
things that I must do and what I mustn't do. So I've learned a lot actually. When I get to the album, hey, I'll do a lot better.
So when should we be expecting the album? When are you planning
let
to
me
start working on
let
it?
me not say the date or the time or anything
The time,
now.
eh? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now the Ingomas are coming soon, and you've been nominated. What are you expecting out of the Ingomas? Are you expecting to win this one to go home with it?
Yeah, I am expecting to go home with it. Obviously, I cannot say I don't want to go home with it. No ways.
So are you pushing hard though to
Yeah,
ensure
I'm
that you go
pushing.
home with it?
I'm pushing. I'm pushing. I'm
Is it?
pushing hard.
Is it?
And I'm
You're
very happy, by
pushing.
the way, that I will be one of the artists that are gonna be performing on that day.
Oh, you're gonna be performing as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I'll be there. I'll be there listening
Hey,
to you,
there.
to your Lokazi, ministering to us. And I really look forward to it. I really look forward to it. Now,
Yeah, I'm
on this
so.
last few minutes, tell our listeners and our viewers how can they vote for you.
Okay, you can just SMS Ingoma single 2053
Mhm.
240439.
Okay,
That's
can
it.
you repeat
That's
it
how you
again?
vote. You just send an SMS. An SMS is just 2 rands, and you can vote as
That's
many
true.
times as you can.
Okay, repeat those numbers again for those who may not have.
Okay, you send an SMS to 40439, writing on that SMS Ingoma single 2053.
Mm, awesome, awesome stuff. And also, let's encourage our listeners and our viewers to check out your single, right?
Single,
To check
yes,
out your
yes.
single in all digital
Platforms.
platforms. Bread of Life, uyisinkwa
Sinkwa sokuphila.
sokuphila, sinkwa sokuphila, right? Yeah,
Yes.
check sinkwa sokuphila in all digital platforms. Let's support Yolokazi in her music career, and let's encourage her to go far with this that God has started in your life. It's Month, right? You know it's Women's Month. So
Yes.
what last words can you give to the young women out there?
What I can say
Yes.
to all young women is that we can do everything through God who strengthens
Wow.
us. So, whatever you want to achieve and whatever goal you have, just go for it. Go for it. Don't listen to people when they give you negativity and tell you you can't do this is for men, this is not for women. I'm gonna make an example with me. I'm busy in the mining industry, male dominated industry. So
Oh,
I'm a woman there.
listen to
You,
this girl.
you can do it too. You can just go to any places and do what you want to achieve, whatever you want to achieve.
A woman with no limits right here.
Yes, the
Yeah.
sky is the minimum, not the limit.
Hmm. Ah, I love that. I love that. Say that again. The sky is the
The
minimum,
sky
not
is
the
the
limit.
minimum. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So as women, we can accomplish anything. We should not allow
Anything.
circumstances. We should not allow our background. We should not allow our gender to even define
Yes,
who we are and what we are able to accomplish. We've got
that's true.
everything that it takes. And they must take that as an inspiration from you because you are doing it, girl. You're doing it. You're pushing your dreams. You are just doing it. So if you can do it, they can do it
They can
as
do it too.
wonderful. Wow, thank you so much, your Lokazi, for joining us today, for sharing with us about your music, about your nomination for best gospel singer. We're gonna be praying for you. We're gonna be encouraging you and we wish you all the best. We trust that God will favor you to go with that award that as you will be celebrating. We'll be there to celebrate with you.
Thank
Definitely
you.
as Africa
Thank you for
USA.
having me. Thank you.
Thank,
Thank you for your
thank you so
time.
much, girl. Yeah, and I'm sure this will not be the last time that we chat
Yes.
on Africa. As God continues to take you from glory to glory and take you to greater heights with your career, I'm sure you'll come back and tell us what when you release your album. That now I have an album, then we can interview you about
Yes.
that album as well. Yeah. Thank you so much, girl. Have a great
Thank you.
time.
Thank
Stay
you.
blessed and
Thank
looking
you for
forward to
having
see
me.
you to the Ingomas.
Yes, I can't wait to see you there.
Thank you. We'll get to meet now on a personal level.
Finally.
Yeah,
Thank you.
finally. Thank you, dear. Stay blessed, eh?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. This is where we'll leave it at. And what a great interview indeed with Yolokazi, who happens to be the Ingoma nominee. She's an Ingoma nominee. Let's continue to support her. Check out her music on all digital platforms and make sure that you buy. Don't just check it, buy the music and let it bless your heart. Let it take you to places where you've never been as it ministers to you. And I believe that you've enjoyed that beautiful interview and that it has been an inspiration to you, especially you young ladies who have been listening. I believe that you have learned a lot from Yolokazi. Until next time, this is me, Naomi Wesi, saying, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and give you peace. Till we meet again, same time, same place, right here on Africa USA Radio. Shalom. Shalom.